Hello. Jamieson-Folland with this week's topic, that it was worth the 15-year wait. So what am I meaning? Well, first of all, I need to let you know that at the time of filming, you may hear some pretty cool bird sounds in the background. I'm inside, sadly. I'd much rather be outside, but it's a very windy day here in northern Queensland. So I'm trusting we might hear a few birds in the background because they've been squawking away this morning, which has been highly entertaining. I love it, especially the kookaburras once they get going. I don't know if you know those birds, but they're stunning. So it was, what is this thing that was worth 15 years of waiting? Well, maybe not so much waiting, but rolling around the thoughts of it in my mind. So what is it I'm talking about? It must be good if it was worth it. It certainly is. Well, basically, 15 years ago, it was about at this time of me filming, which is in 2019. I was very fortunate to be traveling in Hong Kong with a dear friend, Mandy Beverly, and Mandy kindly took me to a beautiful area in Hong Kong, Mandy being an absolute expert of the area, having lived there for many years. And she took me to this beautiful place where there's some gorgeous jewellery shops. And whilst jewellery is not the top thing on my list of things that I hanker for or desire. However, these were beautiful pieces. And I remember being really impressed. And especially with one piece where it was, I thought I'd wear that on my thumb, and it had diamonds all the way around it, quite big diamonds. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so beautiful. Like, it was really shockingly gorgeous. And I thought, oh my gosh, maybe one day. And at that time, it definitely wasn't in my budget to go for something like that. So I remember storing that away in my mind because it made such a big impression. And Mandy was such a sweetheart to take me there, and we went dream building, and Mandy probably already had one at the time. And anyway, I just over these last few years been thinking about it and always remembering that ring and thinking one day, and actually Chris had a beautiful ring made for me with diamonds part of the way round, and I thought, well, wow, one day what I'll do is have diamonds put all the way around. So on our last trip back to see our fabulous jeweller, thanks to Maxine, who put us onto this fabulous jeweller, we took that ring in and said, it needed mending actually, there were one of the diamonds that was missing, and said, what would it be? Can you give us a price to put the diamonds all the way around? I thought, yeah, I think I'm ready to do that. And he said, well, really what you need to do is you'd need a different ring entirely, because this ring hasn't got the stability and the infrastructure to be able to take the diamonds all the way around. And I said, okay, well, what would be the price to do that? And it was surprising for Chris, and I thought, okay, let's go for it. So a few weeks later, went to visit our said jeweller, and very happily put on the ring that has not left my finger since, or maybe once or twice when others have wanted to have a little look and try it on. So would you like to see the ring? Would you? Here, I don't know if you can, there we go. There is the ring with the diamonds. Let's see if I can get it in focus for you. There, the diamonds all the way around. And sometimes I find myself just looking at this ring, and it's so exciting to think that this began as an idea. And what I really want to do is to not only share that story, and it's not a bragging thing, it's more about that concept of knowing what it looks like, it feels like, trying it on in my mind, wearing it in my mind first. So really becoming familiar with what it is that I desire and designing it in my mind first, getting clear about it, having it as if it's already here. And this is true for any goal in our lives. It can be to do for any health goal, for example. Maybe it's to get fitter, maybe it's to have a lower resting heart rate, or maybe to reduce blood pressure, or maybe it's to feel more, to have a different response to stress. Maybe it's to adjust how your clothes are fitting for you at the moment in terms of your shape. Whatever it may be, it all begins with the idea and getting clear about what it is that we actually want to create for ourselves first. So I'd love to hear if this is something that you've ever trialed, if you like diamonds. And if you have a particular goal that you'd like to create for yourself at the moment. And in the meantime, as you know, I always love hearing from you. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you on this week's Alive with Thee. Ciao for now from sunny Queensland.